Okay, the next project, the Black Art Star 2. I've got all the shells I need now. Some of them need respraying on the inside and the outside, so there's a lot of work involved. This one I've resprayed and it come out really, really nicely. The only issue I get with it is the polishing takes me hours and hours, and I really could do without having to spend that amount of time on it. I've just finished the 18 and the outside's done, but I've actually done the inside and it's come out beautifully. I've still got to remove all the paint off the bearing edges, but the inside's done. But unfortunately, if I bring this closer, if I can get it into focus, I've really scratched the outside of it. Only sort of surface marks, and normally I'll wet sand that first and then polish it afterwards anyway, so it shouldn't be an issue. So what I need to do is come up with a machine that can spin this round and polish it automatically, so I don't have to spend hours rubbing it down. So what I'm thinking, it'll obviously be motor driven, and I'll probably have to gear it down somehow so this can rotate. And I'm thinking a chamois sort of cloth over the top that I can clamp tightly and just pull round, so it basically just rotate in a chamois. I can add some abrasive into it and to let it polish itself, and I can just turn it on and let it go while I can do something more interesting like polishing hardware. Obviously I'm joking, but I can do other stuff and I don't have to spend a whole day polishing, so that's the plan. Okay, so the idea is we'll get a 240 volt motor. The issue I've got with a single phase motor is that they run really, really fast. So I will have to gear it down. So I'm gonna have to make some sort of gear box here to reduce down this output shaft to get, I'm looking at about 10 RPM. I think that would be about suitable. It's a bit of guesswork, but 10 RPM would be slow enough for me to be able to polish it. So I need a motor which will drive these gear spurs onto the output shaft. That's basically it. So looking onto the shell, if I'm looking through this section view here, it's going to rotate like so. And what the plan is to have some sort of clamping mechanism under here. From the outside, I can simply wrap a chamois around the shell. And the clamp will be on some sort of adjustment to put force on it. The same amount of force I can apply by hand, and then I can put some abrasive, squirt some abrasive in here, and then literally let it whir around all day. And I can be doing other stuff. So that's the idea. I'm hoping that'll work. The only other option I've got if this fails is to create another machine that goes on top. So this actually polishes whilst this is rotating. But I'm hoping the chamois cloth will work because it's cheaper and simpler. So with the motor, I've actually been given one. And it is a 0.5 kilowatt and it runs at 1420 RPM. And to get that to 10 RPM, it's a big reduction. And I'm looking at about, well, if we said this was 1500 down to 10, we're looking at about a 1 to 150 gear reduction. So I'm going to do it over a series of stages. One thing I need to allow for in the design is that it can accept a 24-inch shell down to an 8-inch shell. So I've got to make sure I leave enough clearance down here. But with the 3 stages, I think it will be quite tall. So I don't think that's going to be an issue. So I need to CAD it all up properly and work out how the machine's going to go together. So when it comes to working out gears and sprockets, I'd recommend you check this website out. It's run by a guy called Pt.1 and he's my favourite YouTuber. His videos are absolutely incredible. So please check this out. I've kindly been given this motor from a guy at work and I think it'd be ideal. The Cub. It's not too big. It feels like it's spinning really freely. The only issue with it is it's got a broken foot, but we can get around that. So I do need to put some power on it and test it. Cool, blimey, it is old. So we've got earth, I just think that was green and yellow once. Red will be live and the blue will be neutral. Right, let's get a plug on it. And before I fire it up, I am going to clamp it down just in case it goes haywire. Right, that's not going anywhere. Right, power on. Right, Dots, come out of the way just in case this goes bananas. Right, stay back, yeah? Contact. Here's the CAD model of the polishing machine. It went together pretty much as I thought it would, and it did allow me enough gap in here to come up with some sort of clamping mechanism for the chamois idea that I've come up with. And as mentioned, it's a 3-stage reduction. With 3 stages at 1 to 5.4, it'll give me about 157 to 1 ratio. So I'm in the right area. The motor will be at 1420. The first stage at 263, third stage at 48.7, and the final output shaft at 9, which I think will be perfect for polishing. This is the cog design I come up with, and I've actually 3D printed them, and they look wonderful. And I've got a feeling they're going to be strong enough. And if they're meshed nicely, I think it may work, and it might keep the noise down as well. And I've been told that on the drive spur to print out of solid TPU. So on the initial inrush of the motor starting, it should flex and handle the torque a bit better. So I'm going to go for that on the driven shaft, and the rest of them I'm going to try with the 3D print and see how we get on. I've got options to change them if need be, but I'm really hoping that works. This fabrication here is basically this Mercedes type shape, and it's got a series of slots which these poles can slide up and down so you can adjust it to suit the shell. I've not actually figured out how I'm going to make these poles yet. So that's the next step. But what I want to do is fabricate the gearbox up, get the shaft in, and see if we can get it running. No papers safe in here with these kids around. Right, let's get these machined up. Gearbox is now fabricated. I've got all my shafts, all my parts. We'll do a dry assembly of it and see if we can get it running. So I've bolted the drive shaft through the spur gear and secured it with that M5 fastener there, and they should be solid. Let's have a look. Hey. How cool is that? So that gear is really easy and free to move, and this one's got all the torque on it. Right, let's get it bolted up properly. This spur's going to need a keyway on the drive. I'm going to 3D print it for now and see how it copes. 3D printed keyway. It may work, I'm not sure. And I've put a decent cable on the motor as well. So there she is, all assembled. It looks so cool. I've put some plastic covers on here so you can see all the clockwork while it's running. Right, let's plug it in and see what happens. It's a bit nerve-wracking actually. Right, okay. Moment of truth. It's all ready to roll. I'm going to keep near the button in case it shatters, but kids, stay out the way, okay? Here we go. Contact. Well, it's not blown up. It's a lot noisier than I thought it'd be, but it's moving. Well, it's a partial success. It's a lot noisier than I thought it'd be. Maybe the 3D printed gears do need to be all TPU. So I replaced this gear with a TPU version, and it has actually quietened it down quite a lot. I'm going to replace this one as well and see if it makes it any better. So that's it for this video. Next stage, I'll figure out how to make these pins up, and we'll get a shell on there, we'll put a load on it and try it with a chamois and see if we can actually get it polishing.